Welcome back. Well, last week I covered Henrietta beating City View to get third place in their district, or first place with the, if you don't count Cisco and Eastland, which a lot of people don't think they should be in with them anyways.
Right.
But they both have tough games this week. City View going to Oklahoma to play Spearman, and then I think Henrietta Idalou is going to be a pretty good game too. Spearman's one of those big, powerful West Texas teams. You kind of feel like City View's got the speed advantage, Spearman's got the size advantage, and I guess we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's kind of a pace thing. I'm sure that City View wants to dictate their own pace, a little bit faster pace, and I'm sure Spearman probably wants to slow it down a little bit, not play to that pace. It's real odd for a lot of people. This game's taking place in Oklahoma. I've heard more comments about that with this game than the actual matchup itself.
I think it's cool. City View played their first playoff game in like 12, 13 years last year in Weatherford, Texas.
Yeah.
And now they're playing this year in Weatherford, Oklahoma. So I don't know if there's a Weatherford, Kansas that we can get in the mix next year or not.
Somewhere.
But I think City View's got a chance. I'll probably pick Spearman to win. But if you're City View, you probably feel like, well, this team's not as good as Cisco. This team's not as good as Eastland. This team might not even be as good as Henrietta. So even though they're 10-0 and they're 6-4, maybe Spearman 6-4 if they played City View's.
Yeah, there's no reason to be intimidated. I mean, they played in a very good district, what turned out to be a very tough district. Obviously, Cisco and Eastland represent themselves. Henrietta kind of bursted onto the scene with us this year. I don't think we necessarily expected them. I
thought they'd be good, but I didn't think they'd play within 11-point Cisco good.
Yeah.
A couple other games, I think, just to kind of keep an eye on this week. Electra gets to play Santo. I think that's a pretty good game. Same thing. Electra's 6-4, but they've played a lot tougher teams than Santo has. I think an interesting game is Quanah against Sundown, because Coach Steve Smith, who used to be at Archer City, is the Sundown coach, and he worked with Jason Sims at Archer City, and now they're getting to coach against each other. So I think our Class 2A teams will do well this week. I think Monday should roll. Winthorst should have a pretty good game. I might even pick Electra to beat Santo. I don't know. I think we're going to have a lot of teams playing next week.
I got family in Sundown. They're telling me Sundown's down this year. That they're struggling a little bit this year. So maybe that's a win there for the area. Quanah can come away with it. That's kind of a long drive for both teams there to go to Amarillo to play. Right?
Yeah. But they've played a lot. This is the fourth time in 5 years they've played each other. It's just kind of random.
Yeah, it's just they always meet up in the first or second round of the playoffs. But I like Electra too. I think Electra's got the kind of team offense that works for the colder weather, and we're starting to see that chill come in, and Electra can kind of ground and pound the ball. And
Santo doesn't throw the ball at all. There's going to be 8 total passes.
So that's going to be a quick game. So we see the first one called in. That's what we're waiting for.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll look at the playoff teams still left next week.